Okay, here I am, back again. So, welcome back everyone. This is like the third or fourth part. And, well, now I have this MacBook, 2007 MacBook Pro with a freaking 1080, 1920 by 1200 pixel panel. That's kind of insane because I didn't know those existed. So, another thing we did is we took the stuff from this hard drive using this cable and this MacBook Pro. We transferred everything from the drive onto the SSD that's in here. And I can tell you why I use the SSD in the previous video. But now we want to see this thing deliver, so I'm going to readjust my CAC so you guys can see what the hell's going on. Just bring this down a little bit. Yes. So like, I don't know. Oh my god. That's what I want. Okay. So here we go. Let's turn this on and see what it boots into. Because I don't actually know. Alright. The display backlight still looks just as orange for some reason. Uh-oh. It's not focusing. There we go. You know what? Let's move it back further. Maybe to like that. And I'll do that. Yeah, there we go. Well, this is taking a while. Oh, there we go. Alright.
A currency that you can slowly earn by running your searches through Bing, which means that every joyless Bing search that you've ever suffered through was secretly a savings plan for this very moment.
Alright. This could be booting into either 10.7 or 10.6. So that's either Snow Leopard or Lion. And I'm going to update the Lion one. Okay, this is the Lion one. And of course, there's Java ready to smash the party. Okay, so this is Lion. Let's just make sure all the partitions are correct. Storage. Yep, looks about right. So, wait, is this Mac HD? Hope this isn't Mac HD because there's almost no space on this. Damn it. Okay. I'm probably gonna put a mix of Mac OS and Windows onto this partition. So, let's go ahead and do that. What I'm gonna do is, actually, I can't put Windows 64-bit on this, so I might as well not even bother. I'm probably just gonna put, let's just put a new version of Mac OS on it. So, to do that, I'm going to put 10.8 on this. We're going to have 10.6, 10.7, and 10.8. This has Mountain Lion on it. So let's insert this into one of the USB ports over here. There's two of them. This thing has 3 USB ports, but they're kind of peppered all over the thing. Okay, here we go. Install Mountain Lion. Now I'm going to boot into this. So let's restart. Alright, and I'm going to hold down the wiener. Bong! Okay. Is that getting blurrier? Hope it's not getting blurrier. Okay, there we go. Mac OS X. And this should boot. Which is weird. What's weird is this laptop, this MacBook, can only run 32-bit Windows officially, like with drivers and everything. It won't run 64-bit Windows. However, it can run 64-bit OS X, because it's a 64-bit machine. So that's really stupid. If this ran 64-bit Windows, I could actually, well, run things on here I'd want to run. But because I can't, I just won't bother.
Only use 10% of their brains, which is exactly
But that's kind of unfortunate.
morsels are designed for.
But I wonder if the disk drive works, because I have a few of these laptops that the drive just doesn't work in. And including, and that's not limited to laptops. I've had the same problem on the 2005 Mac Mini, where it would just refuse to read a disk. It would just like eject it after 3 tries. It's like, and it was like it had no connection with the machine it was attached to. It was just getting power from the machine, and it was just running on the firmware that was on the drive itself. Uh-oh. Well, that's not gonna work. Damn. Alright, so I guess we're gonna have to install 10 point frickin' something. Oh, god damn it. Okay, so that's not gonna work. And again, I don't know why the hell that happens. Probably some EFI nonsense. But now I have to figure out where the other OSs that I have to install are. So, is this one something? Again, I'm just inserting USBs into my other laptop here to see what I have. That's called taking the W, and there's nothing in there I need. It's going to beg me to eject everything. And unfortunately, I need to see what's there, so I have to close that. What's on here? I know one of these is a 10.6, and another one is a 10.7. This one is nothing. What is this? It's probably Windows, right? There's a lot of Windows. Oh, nope, but that's still not what I need. I'm not going to bother ejecting them, because, well, really no reason for me to do that. Mac OS X install ESD. That's a Lion. Okay, so this might work. So let's close that, plug it into this machine, and hopefully it works. Okay. Yes, your wiener stomps to the floor. Good job. Okay. Mac OS X install ESD. Okay, that was instant, sort of. It's probably going to do the same thing, which means we'd probably have to install either from a disk or restore from a hard drive. And I don't want to do that again, because that took forever. And I don't really think I have any disks that work with this. So yeah, I just have a bunch of ISOs that I'd have to burn onto stuff. I don't want to do that right now. I want to get this updated before I go to freaking bed. And it's 5 minutes from midnight, so that probably won't happen. So, yeah. This doesn't look like it's working. This should be pretty quick, but it's not. It doesn't seem like it's doing anything. So, that's a shame. Maybe I could copy the partitions within this computer, because it's an SSD, so it shouldn't be that slow. So this is really stupid. Ah, damn it, it did that thing again. Why? Why is it doing this to me? Wow, it's not turning off. Oh, Jesus. Okay, as soon as I... freaking weird. Okay, let's just start it up. I'm just gonna let it boot into whatever it wants to boot into. Actually, no, I want it to boot into 10.6.8, because I'm gonna try to copy the 10.7. So SAC HD. Oh wait, no. Actually, scratch that. Let me get out of this. No. Stop. Okay. It takes forever.
anti-aircraft
Okay.
destroyed more tanks than any
I want to boot into that Recovery HD, see if I can install an OS using that, because that would be pretty good.
entire war. And in one case, thanks to the single most insane decision any commander made.
Okay, Recovery HD.
12 stories.
I don't know what Recovery this is for. Could be 10.6, could be 10.7.
In July 1940,
I don't really know.
the United States Army sent the
Well, we're gonna finger it out.
to 135 automotive
One way or another.
four-wheel drive reconnaissance vehicle.
Now, I could probably install 10.9 from this machine, from this recovery partition that's on here, onto the SSD on here, but that would still be kind of slow. I think it might be even slower because of the FireWire connection. I think of this machine is slower. FireWire 400 is probably slower in real world performance than the internal connection. And this is the Lion one. Okay, good. So I want to install a new copy of Lion. Hopefully it's not lying to me. Uh-oh. Okay, that makes sense. And luckily I have a hookup because this is technically a workbench now. Oh, it's the wrong side. Okay. Let me fix that real quick. Ah!
And all of those things at the same time. In the North African desert, British special forces
Back around here so I can
thousands of
plug
miles
that thing in. So,
The Jeep
it's
went
gonna
where
do.
airmen bogged down in the jungle.
God damn it, it's also upside down.
On the Eastern Front, where the
Into
vehicles
here.
arrived under Lend-Lease, they became the backbone of communications
Yeah, that's how it's
between
supposed to go.
forward units and headquarters.
Come on. There we go.
Army Chief of Staff
Okay, now
General
hopefully
called the Jeep the
it'll
greatest
connect to the wiener.
America made to modern
This tape is coming off. That's a shame.
war correspondent Ernie Hyde
Seamus.
It did everything.
Okay.
Went everywhere.
Okay, it looks like that's working.
Strong as a mule.
Working now, so let's continue.
They ordered a
Sure.
communications vehicle.
I wonder if this will
They got the transport
download
backbone
at all.
of the entire war. The B-29
Error occurred while preparing this installation. Yeah, I kind of thought that might be the case.
in the American military
So yeah, this probably isn't going to do anything.
$3 billion. Twice the cost of the Manhattan Project.
Yeah, so
Built to bomb
how am I going to do this? I'm going to just have to do the freaking stupid thing again and use
development contract.
this cable that I really didn't want to have to use.
The plan is to base the
But
aircraft
whatever.
strikes against German industry.
Hopefully one of the newer OSs can
All the plans
do what needs to be
call for
done.
the B-29 to be deployed.
Oh, this has FireWire 800. Why am I using the 400? I didn't think 2007 machines came with 800 except for the iMac. Okay, well, I don't even... God damn it. I was searching for this cable for no reason. Okay, I'll be right back.
The aircraft was ready for combat operations, and the Allies already controlled the skies over Europe. A bomber with a cruising altitude of 33,000 feet and a range of nearly 4,000 miles simply wasn't needed there. It was sent to the Pacific. And it turned out the aircraft had been built for that war, almost as if it had been designed for it deliberately. The distances from the Mariana Islands bases to Japanese cities, the altitudes at which Japanese fighters could no longer operate effectively, the enormous bomb load, everything fit. On the night of the 9th to the 10th of March, 1945, 324 B-29s burned 16 square kilometers of Tokyo in 3 hours. Around 100,000 people were killed. It was the most destructive air raid in history, carried out by an aircraft designed for an entirely different theater of war. On the 6th of August, 1945, the B-29 Enola Gay dropped Little Boy on Hiroshima. The war in the Pacific was ended by a bomber built for the war in Europe. The Panzerfaust.
Alright guys, sorry about that. Between me just misplacing all my cables and the lights in this house not working properly, just took me a long time to get this cable, so I don't know if there's going to be a long pause there or not. Probably not going to split this video, so sorry about that. But we don't need this cable anymore. Actually, might as well leave it connected. We're going to need that in a little bit. This does, in fact, have FireWire 800. So let's use that to its fullest potential. We're going to put Mac OS X 10.9 on this machine. Oop.
training.
hopefully I can do that.
Effective range was 30 meters,
Oh my God.
which meant that to hit a tank, you had
This
to
is
get
such a
close enough to
clusterfuck.
throw a grenade at it. Despite that, the weapon worked. The Panzer
Okay.
penetrated the armor of any Allied tank.
Maybe that'll work, who knows.
In Normandy in
But,
1944, the Panzer
kind of want to move
countered
this camera
6%
closer to...
British tank losses. By
I want to
the
be able to see all both the things I'm doing. Okay,
in the street fighting
so
in the spring of 1945, Soviet forces
the plan...
attacked 700 tanks
Let's move this down a little bit, shall we?
in February
Yeah.
1945.
The plan is to
issued a special directive authorizing the
use
of
target disk mode on this to enable this to install 10.9 onto this from a recovery partition on this that I don't even know if it has.
After the war, Soviet designers
So I guess we'll see. Let's restart.
propelled anti-tank grenade launcher.
I'm going to
Dozens of armies worldwide since 1960.
do Command R.
It is still the most widely used.
Hopefully the recovery partition is going to be the 10.9 one,
gave birth to an entire family
but knowing my luck, it probably isn't.
infantry combat
Let's try it anyway.
forever. The Tiger. The German heavy tank, designed
Uh-oh.
as a breakthrough weapon.
Well, that wasn't a good sign. That usually means it's switching from like macOS Extended to APFS booting
and clear the way
or something.
for tanks. By the time
That's what happens when you go from like 10.9 to 10 point. Yeah, that's wrong.
that was
Get outta
exactly
here.
where it turned out to be unstoppable.
That's going to be 10.13 or 10.14, neither of which I can put on that thing. So
Wehrmacht ran into Soviet KV-1s and T-
let's see if there's two recovery partitions.
that German tank
If there aren't, we're just going to have to do an option command recovery or shift command recovery or something to get the internet recovery to get the
100 millimeters
version I want. Okay, so
millimeter gun with a barrel
nah, there's no recovery partition here. That's great. Okay, whatever. We're just going to have to do the factory reset recovery mode,
by design.
which is like this. I'm just going to hold down everything because I forget which one it actually is. And it should pull down the pull down a version of the 10.9 recovery system.
The German army was fighting defensively
So
on an ever wider
this will take a while,
port of fuel and spare parts.
even longer since this is going to be working off Wi-Fi,
And consumed 500 liters of fuel for every
which I'm not sure why. Honestly, I should just go get the
sector to sector.
I should just go get the Ethernet adapter I have for this machine. Hang on.
On open ground meant risking a transmission failure with no way to recover it. There was no tractor capable of towing a Tiger off the battlefield. But where the Tiger sat and waited, it was virtually impenetrable. The 88 millimeter gun with its superb Zeiss optics could engage the enemy before the enemy could effectively respond. Tiger battalions on the eastern and western fronts repeatedly stopped Soviet and
Probably
Allied
almost
armored
done.
vehicles.
Oh no, not really.
The loss
Okay, well I have this, which is a very funny thing. This is a Thunderbolt to Ethernet, a gigabit Ethernet adapter. This is a Thunderbolt NIC.
effective defensive weapon
So,
of war.
since this machine has two Thunderbolt ports, I can just connect. Oh geez, oh, this happened again. I can just connect the Ethernet
87 Stuka.
straight to that.
A dive bomber designed for
That should just
precision
work,
strikes on fortifications
possibly.
and bridges. Its
I want
greatest
it to be-
contribution to the history of the war
Okay.
turned out to be a siren.
And that should take a little bit less time, although
A near vertical
I really don't know how long that's going to take.
allowed it to place bombs with an accuracy no level bomber could match.
It says,
Special dive brakes on the wings
well,
kept the aircraft
I don't actually know what that means. You guys know what that means? I don't really know.
An automatic pull-out system recovered the
It's going to take an
pilot blacked out
indeterminate amount of time.
by design.
So I'll just move the camera closer
Support for ground troops.
so you can see that happening.
Some accounts say he's dead. Others say different.
Okay.
Came up with the idea of fitting propeller-driven sirens to the undercarriage legs. They were called the
Yeah, so a reminder, that laptop is the one that we're trying to work on. We have to use this
rising shriek.
to put the stuff on there that we want.
No combat function whatsoever.
So this might take a while.